Right now at 5, a suspect is behind bars in connection with Sunday's deadly mass shooting at a Kenosha County tavern. That suspect is 24-year-old Raquel Vinson of Racine. Authorities believe Vinson shot and killed 3 people and seriously wounded 3 others at the Summers House Tavern. Vinson made his first court appearance today. Bond was set at $4 million. The Kenosha District Attorney expects former charges against Vinson to be filed tomorrow. And we are learning more about the fight that led to that deadly shooting. Uba Ali has the latest on the investigation.
More than 24 hours after a bar fight turned into a deadly shooting, authorities are giving us details about the suspect and the victim and what they know led to this incident.
It's a huge puzzle, an absolutely huge puzzle, and we're trying to put all the pieces together so we can put our suspect away for the rest of his life.
About 200 pieces of evidence were collected from the scene, and Kenosha County Sheriff David BETH says there's reason to believe one of the victims who died exchanged gunfire with the suspect across the street. 24-year-old Raquel Vinson is currently being held at the Kenosha County Jail on a $4 million bond. He was arrested by Mount Pleasant police Sunday after stealing a car from his friends, but returned it, and that's when he was taken into custody.
So they went and picked him up, and when they identified him, they called down here by us and said, are you looking for a person that resembles this person? And we said, yes, we'd love to talk to him.
BETH says it's a sad day in Kenosha as detectives continue to piece together what happened Sunday morning.
We are not ruling out that other people may have been a distant part of this. I feel pretty confident that we have our suspect that did the shooting.
After being kicked out of the Summers House bar, Vinson came back with a gun, killing 3 men and injuring 3 others. However, we learned today that he wasn't targeting everyone who was shot.
I just know that inside the 3 people that were involved, that are deceased, I believe that all of them, or most of them, played a role in the altercation. And I believe that Vincent had some facial injuries, I think, from that.
The victims are Cedric Gaston, Akeem Stevenson, and Kevin Donaldson, all friends from Kenosha. Kimberly Smith has known Gatson and Donaldson since elementary school and says, quote, both of these men loved and supported everyone. They were not some thugs that got into a bar fight. They were good men. They were friends to everyone, and both of them had the biggest hearts and loved and accepted anyone, no matter your background. As authorities piece together all the evidence, those who were inside the bar are still trying to grapple with what happened.
Life is precious. It's taught me something. There are so many ways you could lose your life.
William says he goes to the bar often, and while his last visit was unimaginable, he is walking away with his life and a learning lesson.
See, I could have been outside doing anything, and I could have been killed myself.
He says he's thankful, but is still traumatized and hurting for those who did not make it. Uba Ali, TMJ4 News.
And this tragedy in Summers is just the latest string of mass shootings in the U.S. There have been 153 mass shootings so far this year. Now, mass shootings are defined as a shooting with at least 4 victims. Last year, by this time, there were only 88. There have been 11 mass murders this year. Now, that's defined as having 4 or more deaths.